Alright, we're back. We're alive. I'm wearing a turtleneck. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Audio looks good. Let me just make sure that real quick. Looks good. Audio looks good. Yep, okay. Hey folks, welcome back. I'm Fritz. As always, we are doing some more historic Brawl because it is a Friday. And today we are doing Arvad, Weatherlight Smuggler. Arvad is a 2-drop alchemy card. He's 1 black, 1 white. And his gimmick is that basically each time stuff dies, even if he's in the graveyard, he gets bigger. But it only happens at the end of your own turn. So I have an Arvad list here, and this is my starting list. I've also got it linked in the video description. With that said, I don't love this list. So far, it hasn't played out fantastically for me. It's decent, like it can win games, but it's not using Arvad to win, so I don't love it. So I will probably be tweaking it as the stream goes along, which I recognize is a little different from normally how I do these sorts of things, but it's how it be sometimes. Oh, man. Arvad is neat. He's a neat card. I feel like I've run into at least one other deck that used Larus that really went off with him. Ooh, it's Croxa. I wonder if this is a favorable matchup for me. I don't really have a huge amount of graveyard hate. We have the right colors. We have the right aggression. I'm going to keep. So we actually have a fair amount of early game plays. And I'm going to do Ismaru here, actually, into turn 2 Arvad. First at Arvad. Levad. The hit musical Les Mis. We'll probably see a turn 2 Croxa. I will probably throw away Despark. Nope, keep this one. I'm gonna decline for right now. Okay. Do I just keep going wide? Probably. I just realized that Graph Reaver actually has some more synergy with Arvad and that you're sacking your own creatures. But yeah, I will probably try a couple different lists. Anger of the Gods. Is this a control list? What sort of person runs Croxa control? Just the worst kind of person. Ominous Traveler. Let's get that. And let's do Knight of the Ethan Legion. I added a fair amount of like control-y spells in here that even can work with Larus' thing, but they haven't so far had as big of an impact in the game as I would have liked. Alright, let's go see your hand. What are you planning on doing? Wow. You're a very depressing person to play against. Is this a burn list? What's the most I can get rid of? So that's going to deal 3 to me. That's going to deal 2 and 4. I'm getting rid of Skewer the Critics. Unfortunately, given this list, I think I'm going to have a pretty bad time playing against it. Hey, guess what? 2 of us can play it being jerks that don't let anybody do anything. Enjoy your spiders. Let's get rid of that. Wish I controlled an enchantment. Okay, it's still the nerfed version of Meat Hook Massacre. I don't love my odds trying to pilot out of this just because I don't have... We'll play creatures for right now. I need more land. Normally, I would be able to be like, alright, we'll just stall out for time until we can get Escape from Avernus, but I think I'm just going to get smacked down before that occurs. Interesting. can't even block the spiders with that, dude. Why would you... Oh, because you can get extra card off it. I also have a fair amount of board wipes, but I don't think those are going to help me too much here. Let's see. There's finally a cruel cell. Okay, yeah, still no cards. I think I might have gone a little too wide with this list. I'm trying to deal with just too many actual, like, large-scale threats. I need to tone that down. Even if I top take a board wipe, it's too late, because I just don't have enough plans to play it. Kind of an interesting list. I'm switching over into not being salty about games. Did my stream... No, it hasn't died. There's just nobody watching. Okay, good. Not good. But I'd be far more concerned if the stream died than if just I have the normal 0 viewers per stream. Oh, that was kind of a kerschmuckering, and didn't even feel like it was a bad opening hand. That Anger of the Gods did a lot for them, as did the fact that... Lurus might not be the right choice, like, is what I'm starting to think, right? I think it looks like it would be impressive, but it doesn't actually feel that good. It just don't... It don't done do that good. Anything interesting? Oh, crud. Soul of Windgrace is another new Dominaria commander. Basically, discard lands, do cool stuff. Except I'm on the receiving end of it, and the cool stuff is steal your opponent's lands. I'll keep 7. I'm going to Thoughtseize turn 1 to try to grab their land ramp that I'm assuming they have in hand. Once upon a time, baby. Interesting. I'm still Thoughtseizing turn 1, though. I need to add a Sacrifice Engine or something to this list. What did they got? Craterhoof Behemoth, Agatheme's Awakening. Well, the biggest threat right now is actually the Reckless Swarm Seeker. Soul of Windgrace into the battlefield stacks, you may middle graveyard onto the land. Probably Soul of Windgrace is what I would expect. Maybe I shouldn't have left the mana open since that makes it a little bit obvious that I'm trying to do some shit. Not obvious enough, though. Goodbye. When Soul of Windgrace enters the battlefield, Soul of Windgrace leaves the battlefield. I can only still play one more card this turn, though, because everything I have is white. Let's do you. It might have even been a better idea to let them keep Soul of Windgrace, run Arvad into it. Ooh, that could be a problem. We have Heliod's Intervention, but we don't have any white mana. I feel like there's an aggro aristocrats list here somewhere that I'm just not... It's not what I've built. But we're already in black-white, right? So... It's gonna be Craterhoof. It's gonna be Craterhoof Behemoth. Old Hoofster. The Hoofo. Probably gonna be Soul Windgrace again. I'm surprised they haven't played anything less than... Nope, Agadeems. Yep. Because now it's in the graveyard. I don't know if they can fetch it. No blocks. I can take 3. I would really love it if... Let's do this. Hushbringer I'll probably chump with, but might slow down their Soul of Windgrace by 1 turn. It's not good. Chump with Restless Storm, I guess? Why am I not drawing, like, more than 3 land? That actually doesn't make any sense to me. Like, a 4th land would be good. We would have March of Otherworldly Light. We would have Heliod's Intervention. We would have Finale of Eternity. Surprised they didn't give it to one of their other beetles. Probably just saving to do Craterhoof Behemoth next turn, which will be game. There's very little I can do about that. I could do for up to 6, but... I'm gonna wait. I'm assuming they're gonna play Craterhoof. In which case, I think I can live. Oh, maybe not. We'll have to see. I guess Agadeems doesn't count as a legal target because it's not tapped like that. Alright. Oh, can I hit this for 0? Target. Does this not have a protection from green, protection from blue? Pay 0, confirm 0, submit 0. Why can't I... Right. Let me look that up real quick. Mana cost of two-sided permanents. Seven, 12. I still have lethal. Yeah, I should be allowed to do that. While transforming, double face permanent has its front face up, it only has the character's mana value is using the front face. Oh, never mind. Mana value is calculated using the mana cost of its front face. A copy of transforming double face backup has a mana. Okay, so copies would have 0, but the actual one doesn't have 0. So he will lose 1 life, 2 life, 3 life. That's game. The more you know. That would be real salty. Let's do a couple more games with this list. And then I'm gonna make another one just because I'm not happy with how this is performing. I think it's possible to make something that's more fun. And does more with Arvad. Right now he's not big enough. He's not chunky. How am I supposed to clickbait people into watching if there's no chunky Arvad? Remember to abide your... Oh, crud. I will keep. Well, this is gonna suck. There's no point in not doing Dread Horde on turn 2, given that. Hexproof. Can't be the target of spells or abilities. Let's do Dread Horde Invasion. Red of Oblivion is good, though. I'm on a Rite of Oblivion, Leyline of the Void. If that stays in play, my deck's whole strategy is just completely hosed. But I'd like to play other stuff as well. On the other hand, if this person doesn't hit their... Okay. These are some of the least, like... These are victories, but they don't feel like it. Ooh, Terra Sunder. If I needed multiple copies of that card, I would do it, but it is a really good card. I like Terra Sunder. I'm a bad person for laughing at the thing that I just laughed at. Oh good, it's Minsk and Boo. Eaten alive is sorcery speed. She's not going to be fast enough. Let's do Plaza. Maybe this isn't as bad for me as I thought at first, actually. I have... Let's do planes, so I don't have to rely on that. So it's going to come out next turn. Let's make sure we have... let me see how to make sure the right version. Timeless Heroes. So now he's a 3-3, which is a bit better. We've got Eaten Alive. I'll make Boo into a 4-4. Yep, that's fine. I didn't return that dude back to my hand. I thought I had. Oops. Actually, I can just... Do I have 4 in power? Yes, I do. I gotta use out a giant killer. I'll take it. 1, 2, 3. It's now a 4-4. We gonna see ramp? What are we gonna see come out next? Can't do lures just yet. I should try to do giant killer and ominous, I think. Market Tycoon. More creatures. I should probably try to get as much stuff. Since I have Farewell, but that won't deal with... Let's do Giant Killer. Since they look like they're setting up. We'll do Ominous Traveler actually now, and then we'll have Eaten Alive ready for next turn. Gain control of target. Until end of turn. Battlefield, opponent lost life. We'll take toll of our... No attacks. End turn. Soul Warden's a good card. I should start including that in more white decks that I use. Swamp. Tap down Boo. That will have 1, 2, 3. Yep, next to combat. Sacrifice creature. Let's get rid of that token. We'll probably see Minkskin Boo come out yet again. Oh, Titan of Industry. Probably a good choice. Shield counter on it would also not be a bad idea. Is this a... No, it's just an elemental, so I can't blow it up with Hopeful Initiate, unfortunately for me. What did they pick? Yeah. Exile a number of black cards. So now we'll see Minkskin Boo come out again. Got a lot of life off Titan of Industry, though. Ooh, they can make that real big. I might just have to take that to the face. Ooh, that's also bad. You are not allowed to stick around. That will result in very bad times for me. A lot of big trample creatures. This might be an appropriate spot to try to trade the board, honestly. I think it is. Yes, I would like that. Yeah, we're just gonna hit for everything, and then hopefully they block and kill a bunch of my stuff. But then we're gonna use Farewell, which I'd have preferred not to do, but I can't let them replay Minkskin Boo, and I definitely can't let them keep out Kiki Jiki. Alright. Interesting choices being made here with their blocks. Maybe they're just super big brained. Maybe they're not. Alright, so we're going to lose Triumphant Adventurer, but I think that's better. Exile all artifacts, creatures, enchantments. And I'm going to keep the graveyard, thank you very much. Alright. Arvad is now a 11/11. I like that. Oh, come on! I didn't even get to play him. Alright, so we're having some decent games with this list, at least. Maybe I'll do a few more. Maybe a pizza break. Time to browse the HoloLive subreddit, because I'm a weeb while we wait for the next game to start. Nothing new. Just a lot of really thirsty art. Oh, it's Ivy. This could be a rough one. This is not keepable into Ivy. Free mulligan. Keep it. So for anybody who doesn't play against, play the ladder too much or play against Ivy too much, the and I'm not sure, my deck sort of has some answers to Ivy. The only appropriate way to deal with Ivy and just prevent yourself from just being completely overwhelmed is to just remove Ivy. Every single turn it comes into play. The turn it comes into play. Just hard removal, hard removal, hard removal. There's no other, like, response that you can actually take. The downside is that, as you can see, I didn't have that hard removal in either of my opening hands. And this deck doesn't have a huge amount of it to begin with, so if we're lucky, this person will play really cautiously when they shouldn't, but I think hoping for that is a bit too much. Most likely they'll play their green land here and just put Ivy in. Storm Chaser Drake. Okay, there actually is the hard removal. I would like to hit them. I would also like to play Arvad. They won't block because they want Storm Chaser Jake as a second target. I don't think they're going to block any of these. I only have one piece of removal, so I should probably wait until I have to use it. Let's crack out the Dreadhorde Invasion. Mutate's a really strong card in the Ivy lists I've seen. And we'll just go in again. I'm actually fine with this trade. Let's see what happens. I'm expecting... No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Oh, but I gave him an Elvish Mystic. Slip out the back's kind of a neat card. We'll have the zombies next turn, which will be good. But I'm gonna have to start putting Inchblade Companion onto Knight of Ebon Legion, I think. I will say the queue does seem to be putting me up against some pretty rough decks, relatively speaking. Like these are not freebies. Figure 2, Knight of the Ebon Legion. Next to combat. I should add some of the things that scale with... Well, since I messed that trigger, let's just put that into my hand, I guess. I still think there's probably a better token generation version of this deck. They're sitting on 1 mana, but only 1 green. So it's probably the 1-drop target creature gets +1/+1 in hexproof. Would be my guess. No, they're just going for the... They're going aggressive. They're probably just going to go big in the air, I guess, and take the cards. Not. I would have done that. Right now I can make everybody 1 bigger. That's enough to make this a threat. Now everything is a trade. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff. Downside, my opponent now gets to draw 1 billion cards each turn. Decline. Arvad is now... He's only a 3/3 though, which is a little disappointing. If we see some mutates start to come out though, then they're going to be in a big position to just swing this game. All the life in the world doesn't make a difference into that. Death is no impediment to dinner. Aw, why didn't you choose to copy witness protection? My legitimate businessman. You know, Ivy could be a legitimate businessman. They're a little low on life. Maybe they're like, uh-oh. I'm actually kind of under pressure here. What does this do? I am surprised they didn't put that onto Storm Chaser Drake instead. They're trying to split the power toughness so that they have better blockers. Okay, never mind. That actually makes a lot more sense what they just did. Yep. Also makes sense. Do I just hit him for 5? I think I do. Arvad is now a 6/6. And now it's really hard for them to at least hit into me for cards. Though they probably could. They've got enough mana for the most of the blue board wipes. And sweeping the board I think would be good for them in this current position. They'd give up some other stuff, but if they don't have those cards in hand, and they don't have a plan to stall next turn, I would not be surprised to see them just wipe it with the large blue spell. Returning everything to hand, much better than just letting me try to punch them next turn. Tap a bunch of stuff down. Let's see if they're going... They could have just... I wonder if Mutate... Mutate is different. It doesn't count as ETBing. Now, that said... I think they made a mistake. I think they miscounted how many creatures I have. Yeah. Sorry. That's totally understandable. Forgetting about, like, a single alchemy card that can just be, like, mode swapped like that. I think, though, that if they'd remembered to do this, if they were counting for that, they probably should have tried to hit me in the face before spending all that mana to tap stuff down, and just gone and got, like, 2 more cards, hope they pulled a blue board wipe. Let's do a few more games, then I'm going to try to make a couple others. I think, what, so... The record is like what? We turned him into a 12-12 at least once. We didn't get to play him, though. Our opponent conceded early. But that's still pretty good. Let me just close that. The mystery draft thing is neat. I did some of that earlier. Did pretty well. I did pretty well in the mystery draft. We have hard removal. We have 2-turn hand wipe aggro aggression. We have that. We are playing into mono red aggro. I'm less enthusiastic about that part. Keep 7. Temple of Silence. I like you. Turn 2 will Juggernaut Peddler. It's time to peddle those jugs. You are a problem. You are a problem. You are probably the biggest problem, though. Yeah. Yes, I will happily trade you a 5/3 artifact in exchange for your 3/3 that turns into a 4/4, but then does free damage to everything. Knight of the Ebby Leggy. Now he's a 3/3 with lifelink. Have fun with that. You have no treasures to sacrifice. Interesting. I misplayed this a little bit. Yeah, I can do Captain Torban now. I still have Fragment of Reality open, but... Something bad, something bad, something bad. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Okay, actually, if I can survive one turn to use Eaten Alive here aggressively. I'm gonna pass and end turn. Because next turn I can use Eaten Alive, probably to get rid of Torban, who they're presumably going to play this turn. Got a lot of treasure now. Don't like that. Big oof. Got enough for Torban. I am going to take him back to the command zone right now, just because I want to play him next turn as a 4-drop to try to prevent Torban from becoming as big of a threat. Let's do this instead, actually. They will probably play Embercleave this turn. Unfortunately, I have to block Torban. Embercleave is double strike and trample. That's not good. If I top deck a land, I still can get out of this here. Like, not super alive, but I can get out of it. Okay, or I can use you. Neither of us has 18 or less life. This could be a little dicey. Um... Oh, there's a better out than the one I was looking for. Brew 2. Eaten alive. Sack a creature. Sack. Not ideal, but I would rather have Shadowheart. And they're going to have a lot of treasure, but they don't have a huge number of cards in hand. So I can maybe stabilize. Crud. Okay, so that plan backfired. I now have a trampling 5/5. Don't love that. Okay, I'm gonna do this instead. Why did that enter attack? Oh, this is the other Urabrask. Oops. Well, that's 10 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, no, that's lethal if they do this right. Urabrask will hit, gives them 2 more treasures. They sack the 2 more treasures. That's 4 and 6. Yeah, they do see it. Good for them. And I'm a dead man. Alright. How long have we been going? Should we do a couple more games? We're only been going for 47 minutes. Let's keep playing. I might take a quick pizza break. By pizza break, I mean a good 30 seconds for me to walk into the other room, cut myself a slice of pizza, and then walk back in here with the pizza. But also to roll up the arms on my sweater. Layla, Blade Reforged. I believe this is the Exile cards to make it bigger deck. I'll keep. We've got hard removal. I don't have any black. Why did I just keep a hand that doesn't have any black? Crud. I'm actually gonna, given how aggro this list is... change of plans. I was gonna try to hold Hopeful Initiate, but... this way they can't... I'll protect myself for a little bit. We'll do Clement next turn. Crud. Alright, well, we gotta do this instead. Here comes Blade Reforged. Yeah, I can't do too much about that. No blocks. That would be really useful if I ever drew any... so let me look at this for a minute. So the specialized 3/3 that gives me some 2/2s to work with. Or lifelink counter. I would like Rite of Oblivion is going to be useful. Meathook Massacre, I am realistically speaking 2 cards off at least. This is probably technically the wrong choice, but I think it's the right choice to try to stabilize. It'd be cool to have an artifact that lets you see, lets you just see everything. Crud. I have to kill this. Like, I can't let it get through. Okay, alternate option. So, if I trade all 7 into it, and then they'll just refill their hand next turn. If I block Bomat Courier, they don't know what those cards are. I'm trading. It's not the best, but it's probably better than giving them the free 2-wolf. Alright, game, I need a black land. Really need some black lands here. Even if it's just so I can use Tenacious Underdog as chipper feed. Close enough. Let's do this. I don't want to play Lurus until I have a reason to, because I'm almost positive they're holding burn spells for him. Look at him go. I wonder if the Kaldesh mechs would be cuter if you just put googly eyes onto all of them. Why? Oh, no, wait, this is the draw cards one. Okay, it's not the other one. Could be worse. Alright, they're going to sack. Yep. Let's try something. They don't know what their hand is anymore, right? I'm already in a bad spot. I'm doing this. Really need one more. Sort of body and mind. This is going to be interesting for them. I'll take 6. But I'm not sure that you putting my entire graveyard into my graveyard is fantastic for you. Just entering the battlefield or dying. Can't Meat Hook Massacre. I could Rite of Oblivion. Start by playing with Plains. Let's do this. And then let's do you. Let's counter hit for some life. crud. Okay, well, we can still chump. We can still chump with Hushbringer. That's fine. This just got real ugly for me. Okay, we got Rite of Oblivion. There's the Uzalith. I need to... So, Uzalith is... I think... So this does not have Trample. Thank you, game. Yeah, it doesn't have Trample, so... I'd rather not... Okay. So it looks kind of dumb, probably, but I think Gilded Pinions is actually the biggest threat here. And I guess I will give up the Luminarch Aspirant for it. And then... Because, like, the problem is the trample, right? Like, whatever they're going to do, like, they have definitely a stronger board state, but they got a lot of cards to work with too. If they actually swing in here, I think I take 8 and I have to block Rahilda first, because Rahilda with double strike is a bigger problem than Layla. Layla just kills my life. Rahilda will just drain me completely if I let it keep hitting. Gonna have to see how this plays out. Mystic Forge could be good. Does that let them peek the top of their deck? Lets them exile the top of their deck. Ooh. Yeah, it's a big threat. Artifact spells and colorless spells. Okay. Okay. I don't have a way of dealing with... I have to do this, I think. If they had... Yeah. Okay. Suboptimal. Yep. Decline. So, a lot of my reset tools and a lot of my resurrection tools are now gone. Alright, what did we draw? Oh. Gain combat on your turn. I think I still lose. But let's do this to start. Okay. Then we Meat Hook Massacre for 2. Oh, I can only... I cast mana value 2 or less. So, ah, well. I lost. I need to look. That's another thing I didn't understand. Mana value of a spell. regardless of the colors used. Okay, so I can't cast anything less than 2, but that's still game. That was a fun game, at least. Oh man, if I'd gotten one more card, that would made a bit of a difference. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna take a 30-second pizza break, and I will be right back. Yes, it is. Pizza time. Yeah. Man. I am taking off the sweater as well because I'm going to be eating this pizza and there's a non-zero chance that, like, pizza sauce gets places. And I don't want that. I like my new comfy sweater. Someone told me I look... Oh, that made me very happy. Alright, how do I feel about Arvad? He's fun. My deck is not taking advantage of him anywhere as much as I would like just yet. He suffers from the same problem as Minthara, and it's actually kind of hard to keep creatures, keep your commander in the graveyard in a way that's going to be impactful to game state. All right, let's go. What else is there to talk about? Brothers War, BRO. Yo, bro, you got any of them bro sets? We gotta go. We gotta go. It's time, bro. Come on, bro. It's time to play, bro. This is a terrible opening hand. Much better. We are playing into Frauge. Clothis is not a fantastic matchup for me. I'm gonna break out Graph Reader here. As a card, I think it asks a lot of questions. Questions like, how long can I actually survive into this, or else do you? Interesting. I will leave that there. I will like that. They're probably just going, hey, I have unlimited time to deal with Weatherlight completed. They're not wrong about. Or ultimately they're going, I really want a target to have Clothist hit when I actually do the next turn. Yep, there's Clothis. Corpse Knight. Speaker of the Heavens. Ding donk. It's one of the most overspec'd in modern cards to be printed. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Bone Crusher Knight. It gets played in every single format. And it's really obnoxious. Was it overspec'd so that wizards could spell cards? Well, that's the popular theory anyway. Murderous Chupacabra might work well with Arvad. I wish I'd kept that land now. Is that lethal? I don't think it's quite lethal. They got the food token. Oh. Yeah, they overspent. They should have held the food token, I think. Speaking of the food token, this pizza is really tasty. It's my boy! It's my boy! I'm keeping this. I'm gonna hope that they're not gonna figure out what I'm trying to do here, and they're gonna let me do it. Or that they don't have the ability to keep me from doing it. Crud. Absolutely no fun. Alright, well. If I can't have a good time, neither can you. I just hit the wrong target. I don't think I'm winning this one. My hope was I'd be able to keep Rizig out, pull back Luminarch Aspirant as an artifact, make it really difficult to remove, but I think they're just going to be able to, like, pile big dragons on me. Which is, you know, fortunate. Also completely my fault. Like, let's be clear, this was a winnable matchup. I piloted this really badly. Why do I even run Basilisk Caller in this list? Maybe at 1 hour in, I will... Ooh, Sweltering Suns, that's unfortunate. I've seen a lot of this card being played. It's a good card. when it dies, right? Wonder how many big dragons they have left. Eventually they gotta run out, right? Really should have gotten rid of Sarkon earlier, though. Oh, they got the biggest dragon. They got the chunky boy. Are they gonna pump it? At least 2, right? Pump for... No, they're not. They're holding... Why are they holding Dragon Sword? That's concerning. 5, 6, 7... 8, 9? Yeah, that's lethal. Yeah, they just need to pump at 6. Alright, so I'm gonna make a different deck after this one. Let's see. Ooh, we got a 5-second view. Thank you, 5-second viewer. You are information that I still need to work on being entertaining. Let's see. So let's I want to make so I can delete this. I've uploaded this. I did one of the chaos drafts earlier and I was actually able to win that completely. Let's build a... Let's get rid of this as well. You can only have 100 decks. It's kind of a bummer. You know? Delete some of these. Clean up like one more and then I'll do the rest of this off stream. I don't even know what this deck was. These are basically all historic Brawl decks. Every single one of them. I make a lot of decks. Alright, speaking of, let's make a new one. Let us make a new Arvad deck. So the one we've had has not been... We've been doing alright, but I want one that wins more. So... Oh yeah, select format, historic Brawl. Arvad. Arvad the Cursed. Arvad the Cursed, Arvad the Smuggler. I wonder why he oh, there's probably lore for it. Alright, let's grab a couple other cards that I want to include just because I like them. Why is it still on commanders? I have my commander. It's this guy. Alright. Weatherlight. Unfortunately, it's the version that is corrupted. Let's go grab you. And let's pick a couple other ones. So I want stuff. Let's do... I like all the seed of South of Bounty. Let's go look for some sacrifice stuff. Dauntless Bodyguard. Resolute Watchdog. Selfless Savior. I like Cathar Commando. I like Bounty Agent. Oswald, not so much. Minimus, nah. Let's do Bone. Actually, let's do the cooler Bone Splinters. Okay, I want to see what food generation do we have in black. Do we have any good food generation? Witch's Oven is probably worth doing. Golden Egg is probably... it's a draw cantrip. This is a different deck, so we'll try it. Voting Fruit. Guarded Cow dies when you discard it, create a food token. Fortifying Provisions ETBs, create a food. Let's do bake into a pie instead. And all right, let's go back to looking for sacrifice tools. So actually, I'm gonna grab a couple more. Let's go grab my boy. Let's go grab my other boy. Esper Sentinel is good. It's gonna be a little chaotic, but this is closer to how I usually actually make decks. I like Mana Teeth, but we'll hold on to that. Patera's Humiliation, yes. Paladin class, yes. We do want to be trying to play stuff on curve and actually be aggro, so we can force them to return to our stuff. Swords to Plowshares, yes. Though I might cut that. That doesn't really necessarily play well into an aggro mindset. I guess we're not really aggro. We're just trying to... Let's see. Perpetual. Did I spell it right? Yeah, I did. You cast a creature's party spell, choose a party creature in your hand. Corruption gets +1/+1. Night is not a party spell. When you cycle, choose one of the ETBs tapped. Let's grab Clement, I guess. Choose a creature card in your hand. Ethereal Escort. Oh, it doesn't... No. The problem is that most of these just do stuff that... No, but you do useful stuff. And maybe I have a deck that this actually works in. Let's grab Sword to the Legion. I'll grab Shattering Finale, actually. I like Viconia. I like Sewer Plague. That's probably enough. I want to go grab LaRousse, and then I need to... No, you're not a companion, unfortunately. Red Horde. Invasion. Okay. Decayed. When Hobbling dies. Yep. Ghoulish Procession. Yep. Jadar. Tainted Adversary. Sure. Definitely. I think there's better drops for that cost. I'll grab that. This is... Alright, so we have a bunch of... Let me go look for other sacrifice stuff. It's kind of what I want. Or just even, like, token generation. Adeline, I like. Anybody that makes a lot of tokens. One of Valhalla. That's enchantment ETB stuff for tokens. Eldar Retreat. I could add some Shrine Engine stuff. That might be fun. Master Splicer. They've mastered the art of splicing. God Eternal Otreka. Divine Visitation. There's no hard, fast, yes, Ancient Gold Dragon. Roll for what gets included. We only got like 15 more. I'll do Jaren. Right now this list doesn't have enough, anywhere near enough board wipes. Yes, you. Can do maybe one more, and then the rest of these really should be tokens. Yeah, why not? And then we should do Destroy All. Let's grab Fumigate, Planar Cleansing, Undo Inversion, Cleansing Nova, and Friction Scriptures, Wrath of God, Blood on the Snow, and then we'll do Exile All. We'll grab Urza's Ruinous Blast, Escape from Avernus, and Farewell. This is going to be a pretty... This list needs some cuts. It doesn't have enough of the other stuff yet, but right now it's really committed to just, hey, doing funky, weird stuff. So we'll probably have to retune this a little bit. Let's go grab our lands, though. Land. Dual colored. Nope. Land. Bright Claim Pathway. Cave of Kolios. Forsaken Sanctuary. Godless Shrine. Isolated Chapel. Shattered Sanctum. Temple of Silence. Alright, I actually still want that on. Let's go grab Castle Arvindale. Actually is good for tokens. Castle Lochthwain. You're not a land. Why did it consider me to have added too many cards? Archer Borzenica. Fabled Passage. Archer Borzenica gets included in all my decks, even when I probably shouldn't. Alright, cut that. Do that. Do that. And let's add all the planes. Should be like... Sure, that looks fine. We'll cut up planes. Okay, game. Perhaps it was unclear when you... Okay. You don't understand what I want. Okay, you have added too many lands. How do I disable the auto lands temporarily? Well, the easiest way to do it is to just add in... Where are you? There we go. Undo inversion, and we'll kick out... Okay, game, you need to stop doing automatic lands. That is now a problem for me. One brief moment while I look up how to fix this. Turn off automatic lands. GG Arena. And autofill. Land tab in the deck builder. There. Nope, that's not it. You find it under the land tab in the deck builder. There's a plus sign on it. It's on its highlighted blue. May not disable permanently, but it won't suggest lands while you're building. Okay, so today we learned that I don't know how to use this UI. Plus sign on it, and it's blue. Tabs along the top left, the play blade icon, filters. Filters, crafted card lands. So we set up default basic lands. Yep, the filter, search for the land, without applying the land filter. It's just land. Okay, game. I need you to... What if I just try to remove... Alright, so what if I remove that and then just remove that? And then... Okay, yep, there we go. There we go. Alright, how many lands do we have? 38. 38 and 2 cast lands, so that should be fine. Unless, hopefully that's fine. Let's try it. Alright, let's try out this list. So far, our biggest Arvad, I think, was a 12-12 in that one game where that person conceded. So, let's see if we can do better than that. And... deck number 413. I wonder if these would do better if I made them as normal videos as opposed to doing them as live streams. But I also like live streaming, even if not a lot of people watch, which is to say, like, usually nobody. Ooh, Weatherlight Saga. Sack deck. We have... I'll keep this. Got a good turn 2 play. We can scry one to go see. I will keep that there. That'll get us to 4. We'll have to see how aggressively this Weatherlight Saga deck is going to ramp. Ambitious Farmhand. Let's go. Yes, I will search for basic plans. It's interesting that changing the commander changes like what feels like the pool of cards you're playing against so much. Like I like Weatherlight Saga, but I don't consider it to be a hyper powerful deck. Whereas previously I was getting matched into Shrines. Maybe Companion is weighted pretty highly. We'll crack out Arvad next turn, I think. And we'll keep one white open for Source the Plowshares. If this is normal Weatherlight Saga, I'd kind of expect them to play a land. Oh, did they... Oh, no, they didn't. Okay, good. Yeah, I was worried for a second. I was like, oh, did they get mana screwed? But it looks like they'll be fine. Because normally you'd expect the turn 2 in Weatherlight Saga to be, if it's a ramp deck, to be Cultivate or something else. We'll crack out you. We'll just go in. We'll have to see what the next set of cards is going to be. Or this person's playing on their phone. That seems more likely now. Next to damage. End turn. So, ooh, this is clever though. I didn't think to do this with my deck. I think they're using Gala Greeters as treasure generation, so that they would be able to hit treasure as one of their requirements. If they do a treasure token, yep. Yep. Except I don't like Weatherlight Saga. Go away. I would rather that you... Wow, my voice. Ah. Streaming. I can do it. My voice is a little dead right now for 0 reason. No blocks, I'll take one. Ghoulish Procession. Punch him back. Punch him back, punch him back, punch him way back. I'll hold Ambitious Farmhand actually for next turn so that I can chump block and get myself a defensive token. We have Planar Cleansing. Interesting. I might just hold... I'm going to do something that is technically a stupid. Technically very stupid. Actually, it might not be as stupid as I think it is. It just might be a really weird play to make. Friend, please, I am begging you, pass the priority. The priority. Give it here, brother. We will probably see a block. We'll see a block with Shambling Ghast into putting -1/-1 into Arvad. Or not. Still don't care very much. decline. And Arvad is now a 7/7. Much better. Also, we no longer have to rely on... I just need to get him out of the graveyard and sit as a 7/7. I can start putting him back in the command zone now. I do like their use of Gala Greeters, though. That's a clever card for their deck. I didn't think to do that in mine. Mine was pretty much all just artifacts, artifact creatures, since those hit the 2 out of the 3 with 1 card. I think they're playing on their phone. Alrighty. Ready. I got a bunch of code cards I need to redeem at some point. Probably won't do that on stream, though. Ah, crud. Don't like you. I don't have a good way to remove you. I think I want to do this. Yeah, this is the right choice, but I really hope my opponent doesn't have any more hard removal. Because I have to... Here's what I do. I sacrifice Arvad next turn. I put him back in the command zone. I grab out Ambitious Farmhand. Then with Ambitious Farmhand, I... Let's see, Body Launderer. With Ambitious Farmhand, I get 1 more land so that I have Planar Cleansing. And I'll still have Escape from Avernus in the future, I guess. But Sheoldred's got to die. Absolutely has got to die. I gotta sacrifice that, unfortunately. Actually, decline. Ambitious Farmhand. Take action. Grab a Plains. Golden Egg. Yeah. Next. Did I just hit for 3? I think I do. You're not going to trade with Body Launderer, are you? Oh, they are. That's still fine, though. I might have misread this deck, honestly. The more I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if this is actually Reanimator. In which case, I have probably made some misplays. Well, he's an 11/11 now. Let's see if we're going to be able to use Planar Cleansing. Come on, play Baba, play Baba. You know you want to. You've got such good board presence. Just commit to playing your commander. Think of all the things you can do next turn. Is that game? Might be. Damn, 1 turn slow. Let's actually see what they do. If they do something stupid like only swing with Craterhoof and Sheoldred. Gotta play it out. No, they did not do the stupid thing I was hoping they would. Yeah. Darn, I think that the most annoying part of this is that I had... Could I have just drawn and could I have just planar cleansed? Craterhoof Behemoth is one of my least favorite cards to, like... Maybe not least... That's not a good way of putting it. Craterhoof Behemoth goes well in a lot of decks, and it's really aggravating because occasionally it just shows up and then you just lose. There. That's more accurate. Though, hey, that did succeed at making Arvad way bigger, faster than we've done so far in other games. And it's 5-color good stuff. I hate Kenrith. I actually do hate Kenrith. Hey, but we got Patriarch's Humiliation, so that actually might be kind of good. We will do the caves first. Oh, no we won't. We will do Swamp into Plains, into Arvad on turn 2, into No Way Out turn 3, holding Patriarch. Yeah. That's a better plan. Kenrith, I used to play, like, more the Pokemon TCG. Like, I still sort of... I have a collection of it, but I have not been actively collecting because of how expensive it got. Like, I do... It just got too expensive, right? You know how there's things that you can buy, and you're just like, no, you know what? That's just too much. It got too expensive, so I stopped collecting. Or, like, actively collecting. But anyway, as this relates to Pokemon, there was a deck archetype I played for a little bit in Pokemon that was called Toolbox. It was called Mew 3 Toolbox. And basically what it did was it was set up in a way that you just would end up having access to a whole bunch of different options. And based on what your matchup was, you'd be like, okay, I know that I need to go get this option or get that option. But it wasn't like general aggro or anything. It's an archetype that I don't think Magic actually really has, now that I think about it. Instead, it was all about knowing what you needed to go fetch at the right time. Let's do this. Anyway, the long and short of this is my plan is to wait for them to play Kenrith. For me to hit Kenrith with Patriarch's Humiliation. And I don't think they'll block this. I'm really hoping they don't. I'm hoping this is if this is traditional 5-color good stuff, they won't block this. They'll let it go through. And it's probably kind of too much of a risk to really take, but since we're just trying to make Kenrith big, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I got played. I don't have a way to resurrect him right now, so I'll just put him back in Command Zone. I wonder what that was. I wonder if they have Wash Away in hand. Doesn't look like it. Vladimir and Godfrey probably need to be cut. Anyway, we're going to Patriarch's Humiliation Kenrith when they play it to prevent the toolbox from starting. And then we're going to have to figure out a way to grind them down, I guess. Well, that's obnoxious. Okay, Arch of Orzenica. Could do Vladimir and Godfrey. Might be a mistake. So the problem is that I can't actually, like, punch through Kenrith aggressively. I can just turn off his abilities. That's not enough. That was Doomscar. Let's go see what we got to work with. I like you, Jaren. I'm still leaving you there. Yes, Kenrith the Obnoxious. Kenrith the Why Do You Scale So Well? Kenrith the Turn Mana into Free Cards and Life and everything else. Kenrith the You're about to get stuffed. Stuffing time. Say goodbye to all of your activated abilities. Yep, deck thinner is good. But so basically, at this point, it's if I had, I should really just craft Sheila Dread. My man, what is what? Also, welcome. Sorry, I just saw the chats. This is Arvad. It is not the list that I have in the video description, but I'm just trying to make an Arvad list that makes Arvad as big as possible. So far, I had one game where it made him really big, but it didn't do too much, and the second one is now we just got matched into Kenrith. So we're gonna have to see how this actually plays out. Pass to attackers. No blocks. I'll just take the damage. Yeah. No, so the tournament deck is the tournament deck was Darigaz. I can pull that up in a second if you want to see it. Pass the damage. That was the one that everybody else referred to as mid-tier Jund. Yeah. So that's the deck that I played in the event. I turn. Okay, Escape from Avernus is good. Arvad is just this little black-white dude. He gets bigger whenever stuff dies. I'm going to play... Let's play this. I'm not sure what my opponent's sitting on right now. Sheoldred deck? Sure, I'll play it against your Sheoldred deck. Probably won't go super well for me, but give me 1 minute to just finish this game. I'm going to give you Lifesteal. Why did you ETB tapped? Oh, because that's what you do. Let's heal. Or another non-token human. Control dies. Okay. So we have Escape from Avernus, we have Gisa. Gisa doesn't do as much as I would like right now, unfortunately. Let's do Arvad. The tournament's fun, you should play in it. Even if occasionally you do end up playing those 43-minute games into... Video deck list? Okay. Let's hit for 4. The Weatherlight, I think, is actually going to be my win con in this. If I can somehow get stuff killed. Let's see. Let's crack out you. Crack out you. Nope, not that. If I let him put Kenrith back in the command zone, he can deactivate it. I don't want him to be able to do that. I want him to just I want him to be locked out of his toolbox. Bottom of the deck, I don't need more swamps. Activate only if you control 1/1 creature. Yep, you're coming back. And Arvad is now at 3/3. He's got so much mana to work with, he's just got nothing to do with it. I can't ship with Arvad if you have exactly 13 life. We're gonna hit with this. Yeah, so I made a Vladimir deck video as well. The downside, I would say, to Vladimir that becomes pretty clear if you try to build deck around him. It's honestly, it's the downside of any. It's a downside of, like, I feel like any of these sit in the graveyard decks is that they just kind of end turn. They sort of run out of options, I think is probably the best way to not run out of options. Sorry. Okay, brain, wake up. The downside to these cards is you need to have them in the graveyard to do stuff, and putting them in, keeping them in the graveyard, keeping your commander in the graveyard is actually kind of difficult. All right, let's get another card. Get this Cauldron Familiar. Pass to attackers. My turn. Paladins. Yep. One second, I need to do some quick maths. Yeah, I have to wait for next turn to do that. If I swing with everything, they block with... They block the heaviest, so they would take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think that's lethal. Let me see if this is going to work. I think that is lethal, though. Also, my feet hurt from running today. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, Vladimir, we did not get Arvad as big as I would have liked. But, you know, still a fun one. Alrighty. Let's see. You wanted to try playing against one of my decks, you said? You just want to drop your name in the chat and I will fire it up since this point. How long have we been playing? Yeah, we've been playing for like 2 hours. Wow. It's longer than I normally do. But yeah, if you want to play against this, just drop your name in the chat and I will send you a challenge. Do I already have you as a friend? I think I might. I do. All right. Yeah, let me send this on over. Friendly Brawl. Did you want to play against the one I used in the tournament, or did you want to play against the one I'm using right now, the Arvad list? Or one of the Arvad lists? Let's see. I'm going to send a challenge with... I'll use the Arvad list if I don't see anything in the chat. Let's use this new Arvad list. Let's use the Arvad lists just because I want this stream for anybody who drops in to be seeing it being played against Arvad. But yeah, the two decks I've had that I've had some good success with were that Slimefoot one and the Jund one. Arvad is actually... So Arvad's kind of special in that he's the last of the 6 commanders in the Alchemy expansion for Dominaria that I needed to like make a list with. Mulligan, that is a terrible opening hand. That is much better, especially given this matchup. I will keep. Yeah. Arvad is neat. He's the last of the 6. I don't think he's going to score particularly high on my power rating charts, though. Next and turn. I just realized something cool about this card. Alright, let's do this. Submit 0. Oops, I did that during secondary main phase. That was silly of me. Alright. Arvad, Weatherlight Smuggler. Probably should have waited, given that you are running Shilodred, but we'll have to see. We'll pump that up. I think I can see what my turn options are going to be for turn 3. Yep, Bloodchief's Thirst, mana value 2 or less. Yep, Decline. Kessel Lochthwain. And Ambitious, Farmhand. Yep, let's go grab another plains. The horn is not quite where I'd like it to be just yet. Sorcery speed, Reckoner, Bankbuster. Okay, so interesting. That changes things a little bit. Let's play you, and let's pass. See what the next option is going to be. I'm expecting... Interesting. Alright. Yeah. Can I dip to follow a script and never look back at the demons at home? Sheldrod is interesting, especially the second it comes out. It's going to start being a problem. This deck also doesn't really take advantage of what I'd consider the main weakness of mono black, which is just having a okay. Target opponent reveals their hand. Choose creature planeswalker. Yep, go for it. Unfortunately, that's going to get rid of my boy, which is sad. But, you know, what can you do? Let's play you. Not too much to work with. We'll hold that, hold that. Swing it with that guy. Search library for a card. Yep. Will probably not Blood on the Snow, actually. Let's see if I can get Arvad onto the board for next turn. Could be interesting. There's a bunch of little options on how this next turn is going to play out. Though with that said, could be the other Sheoldred. Probably will be the other Sheoldred. Keep the archives. Oh. Let's see what'll pop out next. Now, I have a theory about what's about to happen. Hey, actually, I will take that. Yeah, this is going to look really dumb, but I am 100% up to do this. I did this wrong. Whatever. All right. I did that wrong, but I only have 2 black sources, so I just have to live with it. I can't stop that. I love Rizug. Unfortunately, I'm not sure there's too much you can do with him right now. He's such a fun card, though. She'll dread the Apocalypse. Yep. All right. Let's think about this for a moment. Well, yes, I would like to draw 5 more cards. Oh, I gotta get. Actually, I gotta. Never mind. I did do that in the wrong order. I can't afford to pay that much life. Pilot, Reckoner, Bankbuster. Yep, makes sense. All right. Life is a resource. I'm gonna spend it. Good old Yawgmoth. Life is still a resource. And while we're here, my turn. Let's play this first. I would. Yep, swinging for 5. And let's make a couple more plays while we're here. Yep. Oh, I passed priority too quickly. Eh. Well, let's do this. Get rid of Cruelty of Gix, which is probably not quite the right choice, but pretty low on life, though. That's not a fantastic position to be in. Yes, I will go to my draw step, even though it's going to cost me some more life. Let's do you. And I would like to get you back, please. All right. All the... Well, goodbye, Castle Lochthwain. You are a cool castle. Not cool enough, though. I think... Rizug is good. I was really hoping you didn't have that. Good game. I was like, maybe they don't appear into Abyss. But yeah. Oh, man. I should have just gone for... I got greedy. I should have gone for the -3. That's what you get. I wonder... Oh, you know what? Damn, I'm dumb. Does this... No, this version of the list doesn't have it. I didn't even think to check if I had Teferi in this one. Yeah, I got greedy. I got crazy greedy. Let me see. Do you want to play against the other version? That's not as good, but let me send another challenge. Also, do you have any of the black artifacts in that list? Friendly Brawl. Let's do this one. Because I feel like those would be really good. Black Market, not what is it? Black Market Connections, Phyrexian Arena. Those would probably be just butcherous. Just a ton of extra cards, extra treasure, recast Shield of Dread. Oh man. I can't get greedy. I can't get greedy. I had 2 board wipes in hand. I was just like, I should have just done those. This is not keepable. Oh, maybe it is. No, it's not. It'd be really good if it had white land. This is much better. Given that we're playing aggro, let's do this. So this list has a lot of problems, which is why I kind of got rid of it. Or at least why I made it a second list. Isolated Chapel. Yep. I think I misplayed. I should have done combat first. Yep, here they come. It's old Shello. I don't have enough white cards to adequately deal with that yet. So let's do this. Scry 1. Yeah, it's fine. We'll leave that there. Response cards card, then discards an additional card if they don't conjure a duplicate. Random card in their library into your hand. Decline. I would like to keep the rest of my cards. Let's do you. Swing with these 2. Let's get a treasure token, actually. I should have done something else there. Oh well. Yeah, Shield of Dread is not... I haven't done a Shield of Dread deck yet. I suddenly realized it's actually kind of in your interest to let me draw cards sometimes. Oops. Alright. Plans. 1, 2, 3. Let's do this instead. One, two. Buckle my shoe. 3, 4. Shut the car door. Oh, I thought we already had blockers. Whoops. Okay. Well, I get 1 stack off that. Not quite enough to do too much, but we shall see what else I can play out. Presumably, it's mono black doesn't have much for protection. Yep. Sacrifices a creature, sacks an enchantment, and a planeswalker. Well, let's sack a creature. Ismaru is not doing anything for me right now. More land would be nice. We'll take that. Out of the Ebon Legion. Let's get back here. Next to combat. You actually won't block either of these, so let's do this. Man, I wish I had Tainted Remedy in this deck right now, but it doesn't. I wouldn't actually put it in this list because this is supposed to be a semi-aggro list, so including like the situational plays don't make any sense. But it would be very useful. Okay. I think I get something. Yes, I do. Okay. I think I... Okay. Yep, I lose 2 life. I think, though... that you probably went and grabbed the Peer into Oblivion card. Right? And if Sheoldred's not on the board, it doesn't do too much. Could have been a board wipe, but I think it was probably peer into oblivion, which means you'll replay Shieldred. Yep. And because you have that, you won't block any of my attackers. Because if Shieldred dies, you lose your win condition. One, two, three. Yes. No, actually I can't. End turn. Which means now would be the peer into oblivion. Yep. This list does have Teferi's protection in it. Yeah, so I can't take damage in this mode. I can take damage again now, unfortunately. That's alright. I don't have too many more outs to, like, try to actually outrun this at this point. 1, 2... What do I get next? Target creature can't attack. Create a treasure token. I'll take a treasure token. If I had pumped for 6 and 6, that would have only been 6 more damage. It wouldn't have been enough. Let's do this. I think I can stall out a little bit longer. End turn. Aw, man. March of Wretched Sorrow would have been useful. March of Wretched Sorrow would have been very good. But I don't have it, so doesn't matter. What do I need for lethal? Okay, I need to count for 1 second. I can pump this up 6. Right? Turns it into an 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 2 off. That means you'd have to block, but that means I would trade. But you'd have to block, which means I can hit with everything else. Spry 2. Let's go look for some useful tools. There's one. Is there any reason to pump this? Not really. Okie dokie. Full control mode, please. Alright. Not dead yet. Well, you ain't dead yet. Cast Tenacious Underdog. Get 1 more life. Actually, I'm out of... I'm just gonna make that risk. We're gonna take that risk. See if I can pilot out of this. Still the chump in Reckoner, though. But Shieldred requires casting. Could always be Blood on the Snow. That could be very useful. I think that's game. Good game. Yeah, it's a good list. I think that if you know Peer into the Abyss is coming, it's kind of a bummer that you didn't like. Do you have any of the black market enchantments or Phyrexian Arena? Because I feel like those would combo really well. Like that seems like a really powerful list. If you just needed a little bit more damage, and I would have lost, right? So, not yet. They're really good cards. I can put the names in chat. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Black market. There we go. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for playing some games. That was fun. Yeah, black market connections. Maybe not black market. Black market connections. And Phyrexian Arena, I think, is the other one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can ping you this stuff in the Nothing But Land server at some point. Let's see. Do I want to do a couple more games? What time is it? 8:25. We've been playing for 2.5 hours. We had some good games. We'll drop by in the chat. So that seems like as good a place to get ready to end the stream as any. Which means it's time for me to do the thing that I forget to always do, which is to take a picture of this card in advance so we can put it on the tier list. And it's time to open up MS Paint. And it's time to look at this. It's not great as we crop and resize, and we really wonder why I don't do this prep before the stream starts. Stream assets. MTG Brawl cards, Dominaria. Where's the tier list? There we go. Dominaria. And that looks like that is in place. That is in place. Turn on studio mode. Tier list Dominaria. But you know what? I can just do it. We'll just do it. We'll do it live, as they say. I'm just gonna add in this new element image. Create new. Arvad. Okie dokie. Art of the Chokey. Art of the Chokey is the art of the choke is the story of my life, is what that is. All right, so Arvad, Weatherlight Smuggler. Where does Arvad fall? So this tier list, I think I've talked about it a little bit more, is not 100% just based on power. Some of it is also just which one do I think is the most fun. I like Arvad in general. I don't. It's so weird to me that Darigaz is technically. I put him in C tier. Like, I don't disagree with that ranking, but so Arvad is definitely not D tier. It is a, if nothing else, this is a lifelink death touch 2-drop commander. That alone is like better than Tiana. Tiana is a 3/2 flyer for 3 that is in 2 colors that don't necessarily take good advantage of that. So if nothing else, this is a solid commander just for that. The rest of its ability is also pretty interesting, if it's not the, even if it's not the easiest thing to build around. I don't think it's definitely not S tier. S tier is Niambi for being a broken ass, impolite words. A tier is I said like impolite words to cut myself off, but I'd already said broken ass. Like, what else am I gonna say? Broken ass piece of shit. Niambi is really good and probably needs a nerf. Not even nerf. Niambi needs a rework so that you can only put like 1 stack of that ability of hers onto a card, or like only a certain number of times per turn or something. Like, it needs some changes. Slimefoot is an A tier. I want a tournament with it. It also just generates a lot of value and lets you like out aggro. It lets you stay stable into aggro. It lets you out valued for just number of cards into other stuff. Rizug is just super fun. Darigaz is also there. So I guess I'm going to put Arvad in. I'm going to put Arvad in C tier. But again, this is not a power tier list. It's honestly more of a, it's a power fun tier list, right? If this was just funness, Niambi would be F tier. Not really. It's a really good card. It can be fun. I just hate playing against it. B tier or C tier? It's either B or C. I'm just not sure which one. Let's go with C tier. Let's go with C tier. If I did like in between grades, it'd be like B minus C plus. I think it's, oh, Darigaz did better than I thought in that tournament, but a lot of that was luck. I'm putting Arvad in C tier. He's just still not as fun to play for me as Rizug and Slimefoot, and he's not as powerful as Niambi. Like, still a good card. I feel like he's about on par with Darigaz. It's still much better than Tiana, though. Tiana should probably be F tier. Like, it's just such a joyless card. It just doesn't have the support and the vehicles that it needs yet. In either case, I think that's where I'm going to wrap up this stream. For anybody who stopped by and watched, as always, thanks for watching. If you like my stuff, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you hate my stuff, you can comment. Let me know what I'm doing wrong, what you'd like to see different, or maybe decks you'd like to see made. That's not hating on me. That's a different thing, but, you know, comment on the videos. That's all I've got for today. So until next time, take care, and I'll see you then. Peace.